Hello and welcome back to another video, and today we are here for another Last of Us challenge on MotoGP 21, and this time we're at Misano because of course the last race was the San Marino GP. Apologies, it's a little bit later than I actually planned it, but I've just been quite busy, so apologies for that. But I'm going to try and upload a little bit more regularly, but obviously the last week or so I've not really been uploading too frequently because I've just been super busy. But as you can see, we are playing as Andrea Dovizioso here on the Petronas Yamaha. Of course, he made his grand return at the last race with the Petronas team. So we've got a 25% race ahead of us. I think medium is going to be the tyre of choice, but I will just quickly check. Yeah, the game is recommending medium, so I think that's what I'm going to go with. But without any further ado, we'll get this race started then from the back of the grid. We've got 7 laps, I think it is, here at San Marino for a 25% race. So let's see how high up the grid we can get.
All the riders have taken their places on the grid. Riders in deep concentration with just a few seconds to go until this San Marino Grand Prix begins.
So then we've got Zarco on pole, Miller alongside, and then Quartararo finishing off the front row. But to the back of the grid is myself and Vinales, but waiting for the lights to go out. Lights out and away we go. We've had a better start than Vinales off the line. And it looks like Morbidelli and Marini as well. We've had a better start than both of them. I don't know why I nearly said Lecuona. I think it's because I was thinking of Luca Marini, so I was thinking L, and I almost said Lecuona. But here we go then. It's not actually been that good of a start through the first couple of corners. The launch was really good, but we haven't really capitalised on it too well. We're only up to 19th place. We'll have to see how it fans out through Rio. Braking nice and late into Rio, trying to go around the outside of... Actually, it is Lecuona this time, but we're being boxed in a little bit. We're now behind Binder. Nakagami's a little bit wide. Are we going to flick it over through here? It's a tricky corner. On the first lap, we've hit into the back of Binder. So that's not been ideal at all, but we're up to 16th place. It's not been too bad of a start. Maybe we can have an attack on Binder down towards... Yeah, I was going to say down towards this corner, but we passed him before he even got anywhere near Quercia. As soon as we hit the brakes, went flying past him. But here we go then. Can we try and get past, again, Lecuona this time? It really is Lecuona. And outside of Lecuona, we've lost the rear quite a bit, though, through Tremonto. Will he be able to get back up the inside? Looks like he has, but I've got the power on a bit earlier, so we're past Lecuona now, up into 14th place. Get a little bit of a slipstream off Alex Marquez as we go towards Curvona, the fastest corner on the circuit, possibly even the whole calendar. Not 100% sure on that. Le Mans turn 1 might be quicker, but around the outside then of Alex Marquez. Oh, we've really squeezed him. That was quite bad. We're stuck behind Rossi. Now we've got to trail him as warning. We've sort of had to go off the track to avoid Valentino because he's going so slow on the exit of that corner, and that's actually lost us a position to Alex Marquez once again. So we've picked up a track limits warning and lost a place. Not ideal. But through the penultimate turn, then we've got a good run on the inside into Misano corner. We're looking at the inside of Alex Marquez once again. We should have it this time. Yes, we do. So up into 13th then, our teammate Rossi just ahead of us. Now it's actually Mark in front of him. So Mark's quite far down the order. The two riders that really don't like each other are right together on track, Mark and Valentino, but I'm sure we can split them fairly quickly. There we go then through the Variante de Palco. We've got a good run. Can we try and pass Rossi down towards Rio on the brakes? It's actually going to be pretty close. No, actually I couldn't, so fair play to Valentino being able to hold on there. But maybe we'll try and get him through the flick through turn 6, because usually you can get a fair amount of time on the AI through that corner. Although again, they actually were pretty decent this time, so I've got to be a bit careful. Up to Palmo 3, a bit of a slipstream on Rossi as well. Up the inside of Rossi. Oh, almost going into the side of Mark. Oh, almost into the side of Mark, but Mark had to lift up a little bit to avoid me. And we've got past Mark as well in that move, so 2 and 1, up into 11th. Next up is Oliveira, and then it's Polisbagro. So Mark actually behind his teammate for once, which is a little bit bizarre. I think it's happened a couple of times this season, but not too many. Mark probably could do with a bit of a buff in the game, to be honest, because of course his form is more the pre-summer break Mark, who wasn't as strong, of course. But that was pretty bad through Curvona. It was just a lot of time to Oliveira, so we have to push hard for the rest of this lap to make that up. So then we've just done the fastest lap of the race on that lap. Obviously it is only lap 2, but we are quicker than the leaders, so that's good. For the first time in quite a while in one of these videos, I'm actually on the leader's pace. Usually I'm struggling a bit more towards the back at the last couple of tracks. Silverstone and Aragon, of course. So there we go, towards Curvona then. Once again, this time not making the huge mistakes and not losing a load of time to Oliveira. But it's going to be really difficult to catch up to the Portuguese rider. He's right up behind Polisbagro, so if we can try and pass them both at once, that would be ideal. We are finally on the back of Oliveira, but this is probably the AI's best sector, so it's going to be very difficult to get a pass. Although saying that, we've got to... Well, no, I thought I'd got a better run on him than I thought I could have an attack into Misano, but not quite. Like we did to, I think it was Marquez that we did into that corner. Actually, might not have been Marquez, I can't remember who it was. But again, I've just done the... Oh no, actually I didn't do the fastest lap that time, I thought I did. Quartararo did 31.7, so a few tenths quicker than me. I've picked up another track limits warning, so I've got to be careful. We're on to lap 4 already. I'm still stuck in 11th. I need to try and make some passes. Right, so we're right on the back of Oliveira now. I've really had enough at staring at the back of this KTM. I need to try and get past him as soon as possible, because we're losing to the leaders. I mean, stuck behind these three, but I keep messing up Curvone every lap. I think that's my main point on the track where I'm losing time is Curvone, which actually is a corner I'm usually not too bad at. But there we go, down towards Cara, right behind Oliveira. Can we go around the outside if Paul holds him up a little bit? Not quite. So there we are then, right behind Oliveira. Are we going to finally make the pass into turn 1? I think we are. Up the inside. No, he swoops back around the outside. It's so difficult to make a pass through the first corner on this track. But there we go, back at the inside through turn 2. I think we've got the Portuguese rider now. I think we've finally got past Oliveira. I've lost the rear a little bit. I've got to defend down towards Rio so he can't get back in front of me. But yes, I've actually finally got past Oliveira. So it took us about 3 laps there. We've definitely lost any chance at a decent result being stuck behind Oliveira for so long. But if we could try and now get Martin and Pol Espargaro in front, the race might not be over necessarily for a top 8 finish. But I've just lost so much time to them there. That was a scrappy first sector. Whilst I was trying to sort of recover from the bad line I took to pass Oliveira. And I think Oliveira's going to get back past me if I'm not careful, making too many mistakes. As soon as the tyres start to go off in these races, I always just start making so many errors. Here we got the inside into Caro on Pol. Oh, that was a late move. I wasn't expected to do that, but we've got past Pol Espargaro, so we've already passed 2 of them on this lap. We've been behind Oliveira for laps, and we've done 2 riders on this lap. We could try and get Martin. Maybe we could try and close up to that little group in front, but we're only going to have 2 laps to do it, so it's probably not going to happen. It's unfortunate, because my pace has probably not been too bad. It's just I've been held up so much the entire time, because that was almost my personal best lap, and I made so many mistakes on that lap, and we've gone wide into turn 1, that's allowed Pol back through. We should have the inside through turn 2. Oliveira's right there as well, trying to get back in the mix. Pol's still on the inside, we swoop round the front of him. I'm just struggling so much now on the right-handers. The lack of grip, trying to get the bike stopped and turned is just such a struggle now with the tyres. They are really going off. I suppose there is only a couple of laps left now, but yeah, they're really feeling a bit second-hand. Here we are then, right on the back of Jorge Martin. Once again, we're going to have about a lap left to pass him. That group in front, I can't focus on them anymore. It's all about trying to get this 8th place off Martin, which honestly still wouldn't be a terrible result. It's just a shame, because I know I could have done more. Because, I mean, I've been lapping the 32s all race, and I know I can do 31s on this bike. So, yeah, it's a little bit disappointing that... oh, the rear stepped out so much there. That was terrible. That could be it done. I don't think I'm going to get Martin now. I lost so much time. As soon as these tyres have gone off, it's just been terrible. But we'll see what we could do on the rest of this lap. So into Rio corner, we've gained a little bit more time on Jorge. We've got to do everything as perfectly as I can. I'm actually on a personal best right now somehow. I have no idea how. The rear is really sliding. It's absolutely gone. It's gone even on the left now, because that was a left-hander where it was really skating. So here we go then towards the double rights. This is where you can try and gain a bit of time on the AI, because they are a little bit earlier on the brakes than I am usually. So this could be a move into Caro, or potentially even Curvone if we get a good run, but a move into Curvone is always a little bit too risky for my liking, although on the last lap, it's definitely a move you could maybe go for. We actually did a pretty decent Curvone for about the first time in the whole race. We're definitely setting ourselves up for a potential move into Caro. No, I've lost the front on the way in there. That's it, gone. We're not going to pass Martin now, unfortunately, unless we can really do something. But I guess technically, in real life, if we did now get in front of him, we would lose the position anyway, because we went on the green just then. But no, we're not going to get past Martin. Yeah, I don't think medium was the right choice. I think hard tyres actually probably would have been better. But you live and learn, I suppose. 9th place then, from the back of the grid in 7 laps. Not too bad, considering how good the AI are in this game. Yeah, so it was only 5 seconds off the win, so it's not too bad. But yeah, we just lost so much time. And I think, to be honest, being stuck behind Oliveira, that really did me in, because I think that wore my tyres out more than anything, because obviously the heat coming off him in front, also the fact that I was taking probably different lines, trying to see where I could pass him, probably using up a little bit more tyre than I needed to. So yeah, that was a massive shame really, and we could have definitely got Martin if I hadn't had that little wiggle there into into the first corner that I got, and then also into, I think it's turn 13, because I think Caro is 14. I'm not sure if that actually has a name term for the team, but yeah, I got a bit of a wiggle on the way in there, and I just sort of set the bike up so that, well, I was going to miss the apex anyway, so I just sat the bike up so I didn't crash. Oh, it's a shame, because I was hoping that we could maybe pull the move I did on Pole, where like I sort of just got within range and just sort of brake really late to Cara and just pray, but no, I wasn't actually in a position to do that. But I actually really enjoyed that. I did. I love a good battle with AI, and especially one where I'm actually moving forward. Because in the last few Last of First challenges, I've really not. I mean, I know I've only got 9th, which usually would be considered quite bad on the previous games, but AI are so good in this game, and to be honest, this is probably the worst bike. In real life, definitely, anyway. In the game, it's not too good either, just because it's down on sort of acceleration and things like that. So, yeah, it's not the best bike for making many passes, but you know what, it was still fun. The Zarko managed to win, so that's interesting. I guess the AI performance probably could do with a bit of an update. Bagnaia only down in 7th place. Marquez ended up 14th, so he actually dropped behind Rossi and Binder, so not a good race for him. But actually a really close race. The guys in last were only 10 seconds off, so they were as close to me as I were to the leaders. So basically I was as close to last as I was first. That's how tight this race was. But I hope you guys did enjoy that one. It's a shame there's not really any incidents to go and look back at, because I usually do like to do that after these races. If there's been crashes or contact, I don't think I even had contact with anybody. So I kept my nose clean this time. I suppose I kind of had to after Aragon, when it really was not clean. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys did enjoy that one. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you're all staying safe, and I shall see you in the next one.